Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Kristi. I want to add some pages to this journal. Um, I never realized till I started editing these videos how much I caress my papers and everything. I just love paper. Can you tell? This is where we were though. We have a fabric cover. This is recycled curtain, and I've got a file folder that I've used. You could use cardstock, then a layer of felt, and then the layer of the fabric to make a nice soft journal. Between the inside matting or cover, I have inserted a 5x7 envelope. Oh, the journal is 9x6. Okay, so everything that was 9x12 to begin with. These two envelopes are 5x7, and they are flip outs. We will be decorating these. I've chosen some designer papers from the collection, and I'm using Kirby Teasdale by Paper Studio from Hobby Lobby. So I just picked out 6 of these design papers that I like. I like to have about 16 pages in my journals. That's a nice comfortable feel by the time I fill them up. So depending on how much you want, anywhere from 10 up to 25 depending on how you want to sew it in. 10 you could sew it on your sewing machine, maybe not through this, but anyway, we're going to be using a simple binding today. So I've chosen this one I like with the advertisements. Got this one, and I don't know if you can see that, but it's got like a canvas kind of texture on it. I chose this green one, and then this, and I think this was in the Theodosia or something, like the heirloom stack or something that I've used before, because I have seen this before. It's very familiar. And then for the center, I chose this one with the butterfly and the handwriting postcard. I just love that. But I am going to put something else in the center as well. So the next thing that I need, I've got 6 designer pages, and I need, I got all my stash back here. 5 coffee dyed paper, and I am going to do a couple of different things with these. I'm going to edge some, and I'm going to fold and make tucks with some, so there'll be different sizes, just to add some interest in the journal. So 5 of those, and then I've got a stack of goodies here. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. I've been playing around with using the CD and kind of placing them inside each other, and my thought was that I can either slit the sides or slit the top to do inserts, and just go ahead and put them right into the signature. That's my idea. I've got a doily here. I've got another 5x7 envelope, and this one is going to be upside down. We are going to decoupage the flap, and then this will be just glued here, and we will trim the, which is actually the bottom of the envelope, will be trimmed so that when we turn it upside down, we'll have a pocket for a tag here, and we'll have a tuck here, and that will be in the middle signature, right in the middle of the book. I've got this envelope, which I'm probably just going to glue shut, trim each end, and then do a punch so I can slide things in and out, which also leads me to probably want to do top pockets on this one. And then I've got a brown bag, glassine bag, whatever. I don't know if you can see how shiny coated that is. I was going to take one of these apart and see if I could remove that, but these are definitely food bags, so that if you put a cookie in here, it's not going to bleed through the bag. But that does add some sturdiness. So for this time, I'm not going to. I'm just going to fold that in half, and that'll be one of the signature inserts as well. So the first thing that I think I want to do so that we can get it drying is decoupage these 2 pages. Now what I want to use is this Tim Holtz tissue that I have, and this is just awesome stuff. So I'm trying to think, which one do I want? I think I'm going to use this pink one. Maybe I'll put it on this side here, and I'll tear around that, and then I'll use this the darker red one over here. But I want to ink this up a little bit more. Now where is my ink? There it is, hiding behind the glue. I did ink the edges, but I want to ink inside this a little bit more. That iridescence really stands up, and I'm hoping it's not so, actually I should probably do it like this. I'm hoping it's not so plastic coated that this ink smudges all the time. I'm hoping it'll actually dry, but I guess we'll find out. So I'm just going to grunge that up, and then I'll do this one as well. So I want to take a little piece of this. Now I've got, I'm just going to tear this. It's just tissue paper. So I'm just going to tear this out carefully. I'm not sure. I probably should have tried it, but I wonder, does this work? You know how when you use a wet paintbrush to tear out the napkins? I wonder if that would work as well. This one definitely has a grain, and it wants to tear in that direction. That's why it just gave me that business right there when I tried to tear it. But you can feel it. It wants to rip that way. Okay, I just want to tear that piece off. Okay, we will use that piece for something else. So, I have my Mod Podge here, and my brush is missing. Uh-oh. The inside came out. Get in there. I need to get a piece of wax paper for this. Okay, so I'm just going to carefully brush this on, and that ink will move around. I'm not sure exactly how much I need. Let's see. I'm going to need some over here. Well, that goes all the way to the edge. Cool. And I'm not worried about it being wrinkly because I kind of like that effect. I'll paint my hand. The only thing that I wonder about is whether I should go ahead and do the rest of this because it kind of has a different texture. So I'm just going to brush a little bit of that on the top just to kind of mimic. And then we'll leave that. Okay, let me get this off my hands. And my scissors. I am a messy crafter, and there are a lot of things that I don't do simply because they're messy, and decoupage is one of them. So look at that happen. My hand was wet. You can learn from my mistakes. Which just goes to show you that that didn't dry completely on that coated paper. Okay, so I'm gonna go about there. A little bit more than I needed, but I'll just rub that off on the rest of the page. And then it looks like, excuse me, I went a little crooked, so I'll have to trim the bottom of that envelope, but other than that, we should be okay. And I'm just going to do a little. That'll also keep it from smearing any much more. I'm going to set that aside to dry. And I think I want to check my notes, actually. I made notes. I'm not doing it exactly like Carol's video. Just to remind you, I'm using a tutorial by Carol Tinson. It's her bank holiday. I believe there's 10 parts, but they're very small. So, you know, 20 minutes or less per video. Some are 6 or 7 minutes even. So she breaks it down really nicely for you. But okay, let's see. I've got my list here, and it says, let's find that stack of goodies. Here it is. Okay, so let's take this one and go ahead and glue it shut. Now, we don't want to glue in this area because we want to be able to get things in and out of the pocket. So I'm going to glue around this edge. And stringy. And I'm going to glue around this edge, which, yeah, that's right. Second guessing myself. So we're going to seal that envelope. And I'm going to put the pin back in the glue because I really, really love this glue bottle. It's awesome. Night and day. I have such a problem because I have arthritis here and here. And in the mornings I can barely grab my phone or anything. Too many years of filing, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, this glue bottle is so nice and soft, and the glue comes out so great. Alright, so I'm going to trim the ends of this. You know what, I'm going to use my paper cutter because I want it to be straight. And I am not necessarily known for straight cutting. So I'm going to put it right, I have this is the cutting line here, and this little crevice is about 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to cut off about 1/8 of an inch on either side. So there we go. I'm going to have to trim that because it didn't cut all the way down. That's my bad. Okay, let's do this side. Yeah, it went in there. Can't get the little paper out. Oh well, it'll come out eventually. Okay. So I think I want to use my envelope punch board instead of my circle punch to make these. So this is 4 1/8. So I'm gonna do 2 and halfway between. So it's a 1/16. Wow, I'm gonna have to stand up to do this. That's some good thickness of craft paper. Okay, so yeah, I like the way that looks. It looks complete, finished. Is that the right word? So we want to ink this up. And I'll probably be fast forwarding through some of these pieces just so I don't have to edit out so much. It's easier just to split it and fast forward that part, and you can at least still see what I'm doing. I don't know about you, but I like to see what people are doing sometimes. So that's done. What's next? All right. Now I am going to erase this list as I go. So the next thing is cut the bottom off a 5x7 envelope and place it upside down and decoupage the flap. All right, so where's that? Here's the 5x7 envelope. So I do want to ink the whole thing. Maybe I should decoupage it first before. All right, first I want to cut off the end, the bottom, sorry. And I'm just going to do, oh, there's that piece. I'm going to do it the same way. I'm just going to do 1/8 of an inch here. Works better when I do it away from myself. And for the inserts, I'm going to look through and see what I have in my stash, because I do have a lot of make-ahead things. I have the tags I've been doing for the Artie Mae's Tracy Fox 30-day fab tag type thing. So I'll see what I have, but I may just pull some pages out and do my, what did I call it? One Sheet Wonder kind of thing, just to give me some journal cards and different things. But I'll probably want to back them on another piece of cardstock, or I have plenty of coffee dyed paper, so maybe coffee dyed paper. Okay, so this is going to go, I folded this backwards. This is actually going to go into the signature like this. And we will have a pocket here and a tuck here. So let me glue this piece down. On here we want to decoupage, and I'm just going to decoupage this piece here. So this isn't quite big enough. Where's that other piece? Well, I'll just pull out some more. I'm sure the fan probably blew it. Oh, yeah, there it is. Uh-oh, bad news. The fan blew it on the floor and my chair rolled over it. So, plan B. Let's see what we want to put on here. I think I'd like to put this here. So let's trim this off, and I am going to cut through in between here because I can use that flower at another time. I need a smaller non-stick mat so that I can, and maybe I should take one and cut it apart, make a smaller piece, because sometimes you just need that piece to tuck under, you know, and if I tuck it on a piece of cards, if I lay it on a piece of cardstock, it'll stick. So okay, I think that's good. So let's see. Don't stick until I want you to. I'm just going to walk it down. Now, I believe Carol used, well, she used some tissue as well, but I think she also used some napkins. So, but I've had this tissue and I just love it. So I thought I would go ahead and utilize it throughout. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little of this on the outside, and then we'll let that dry so that we can trim it after, and then we'll ink it. So that will be the center envelope. The next thing I want to do, and this will probably be the last for today because I need to get prepped for tomorrow, but we're going to do this glassine bag, and I don't know how I want to put this in. I'm thinking, well, number one, I want to trim off the end. And then I think I want to trim this piece off to match. So I'm just going to put it as close as I can. I don't want to cut into it. Okay, it's already cut open. I guess it wouldn't make a difference. Let me try that again with that 1/8 of an inch. Cut away from myself, it works a lot better. There we go. So now we've got the glassine bag. Oh, that's kind of okay. It knocked me off. All right, so I've got these two little blue flowers from the scraps, and I'm just going to put those on here. Nothing major, just a small decoration because we are going to put a tag inside with probably some lace or something. Okay, let's do the other side as well. And these are going to be, you know, apart from each other, and they're not going to be side by side in the book. So let's try not to put this upside down. I'm just going to put it like that. Like so. And then I am going to let those dry, and I will put our signature together, not sew it or anything like that because we won't be sewing, but put everything in order the way I want it, and I'll be back. So here's where we are so far. We've got the cover, we decoupaged the inside envelopes, left and right. So I think that's a piece of thread I need to clip. I have inked on the inside of these envelopes as well. We'll be tucking something in there. I added lace and to three of the 6 designer pages. And I staggered the lace, and if you'll see, I staggered the lace so that they come out about even when everything's said and done. This one, the outside ones are hanging out just a little bit more. You can see this has about a 1/2 inch. This one has about a little over a 1/4 inch hanging out, and then the center one is barely hanging over, and that just helps the lace look even, and it'll look even better as the book is filled. But so we've got these envelopes, we've got this designer page, we've got coffee dyed, another designer page. I stuffed this envelope in here. We'll be putting a tag in the side. In fact, well, no, if we were going to sew this in, you could do 2 of these and do one on the top, one on the bottom. But because we're going to be using an elastic band closure, I'm just going to include one. But that would be really cute if you had 2. I added the CD sleeve here. I'm not sure I'm going to keep it or not. I haven't decided whether I want to do the sides or the top. I think I'm probably going to do the top because I have sides on the other envelope. And then I've got a little doily here. It fit perfectly against this darker coffee dyed paper. Then I've got the glassine bag here, and we'll put something fun inside of that, and another coffee dyed, and then here's the center with the envelope. And the envelope is upside down. And I did glue down the middle. So I've got the tuck here and I've got the tuck here. The writing is upside down as well, but that's okay with me. I really wanted these flowers, and the envelope itself is upside down, so why wouldn't the writing be upside down? That's fine. It's a junk journal, right? So that's what we've got so far. And we'll be back tomorrow to work on it a little bit more. And see what we want to do with those CD sleeves. I really would like to make that work, but it's a little fiddly. So, I'll play, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.